Now we'll start with the numericals based on half life of reaction. See, in first numericals, what we have? We have a first order reaction. That means it is given that the reaction which we are going to use in the numerical is first order reaction. Is found to have rate constant, that is our K, as this. So it is given that K is equal to 5.5 into 10 raised to power minus 14 per second, and it is also given that it is a first order reaction, right? Next, what we are asked to do, actually we are asked to do that find half life of the reaction. That means we need to find half life period. So as I told you, we already derived the expression for the half life for zero order and first order, and now it is a first order reaction. So obviously T half is going to be 0.693 divided by K. This is the expression which we use for calculating the half life for the first order reaction. Putting the values, what we get 0.693 and K we have as 5.5 into 10 raised to power minus 14, and you know that after solving what we get 1.29 into 10 raised to power 14, because this is minus 14, when it goes up it becomes plus 14, and as it is a first order reaction, we know that the unit is going to be per second. So this is how you are going to calculate by just putting the values in the formula. See the second question, what we have that show that in a first order reaction, again what we have a first order reaction. As I already told you that most of the reactions which are occurring in nature are first order reaction. Only the reaction which occur in the presence of enzymes or some chemical you can say special properties, that is going to be zero order. Otherwise most of the reaction occurring in the nature or occurring around you belongs to first order reaction. So see, our concern is that show that in first order reaction, that means the reaction what we have is first order, right? Time required for the completion of this much is 10 times of the half life of reaction. That means we have this half life, obviously it is a first order reaction, we know that the expression is going to be this, right? We need to show that the time required, that means the time required for the completion of this much, right, is going to be 10 times of the half of the reaction, or we can say that if we consider this thing, the time as T in this and time as half in this, we'll say 1 and 2. So that means T1 is 10 times of T2. This is what you have to prove in this reaction, right? And what you are given, again just look at the this thing numerical again, show that in first order reaction, okay, we have first order, time required because you are given with first order, because you need to relate the time with the half life period. So we have this half life as T is equal to 0.693 divided by K, and what we are asked that the time required for the completion of this much, right? Time required for the completion of this much, but it means this percentage of reactant is you can say being consumed, right? So required for the completion of this much is 10 times the half life of the reaction. So what we are going to write, suppose the initial concentration is R naught, and the R is something that is the what we are going to write, that is the R naught minus 0.999, because it is 99.9%. So if I remove the percentage sign and I am just going to shift the decimal, what I'll get 0.999. So let the initial concentration be R naught, right? But when the time is going to be T1, the concentration will be R naught minus 0.999, because it is said that it is the completion of this much. So it comes out to be this, and after solving what we get it is 0.001 R naught. See, you can write R naught here, you can write R naught here, hardly make any difference, right? So this is what we have. Now putting in the expression, what we are going to get, K is equal to 2.303. We'll be putting T because we are looking for the time which corresponds to T. Log of R naught upon R. This is what we have, the original expression. Now after substituting the value, what we get, K is equal to 2.303 T log R naught as R naught, R as, I'll write the naught as superscript, okay, because I wrote here in superscript, so to avoid confusion I am writing in the same way. So log R naught divided by R, and what is R? It is something this, right? So 0.001 R naught. This is what we have, right? Then after solving this expression, what we get, I'm writing here, we get T as 6.909 K. After just solving or taking the log and solving this expression, we get T is equal to 6.909 upon K. So let it assume as T1. Right, and what is T2? It is this, right? Now we are in a position to just equate them. So we have T1 upon T2, that is the 6.909 divided by K divided by T2, right? So I'm just going to reciprocate it. So it is this thing, K upon, because this is our T2, 0.693. So this comes out to be that T1 is 10 times of T2. So this is how you're going to prove. I think it's clear. Just look at the board again how we did it. We just pick out the concentration, the initial concentration and the final concentration. So obviously it is asked in the question that the time required for the completion of this much percentage. So this much percentage means this much concentration of the initial one, right? This much times of the initial. I just calculate the expression. I just took an answer in the form of T. Then we know it is a first order reaction, that means T half is going to be this. This is fixed because we have already derived it. Then we just equate them, that is T1 by T2, and we get the result that T1 is actually 10 times of the half-life of the reaction. This is what you get to see in the answer. So this is how you're going to do the numericals based on half-life of the reaction. Just open your textbooks, look for the half-life reaction and just practice these numericals, and I know that you can do it. So just keep the expressions in mind and you'll be able to do all those questions.